Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And so for today's video, I'm going to be doing a different kind of video. Like it's going to be like a God video and like kind of like a story time too. And it's very deep, like it's like deep to me and stuff. And I thought that it would be a good idea to share it with the internet and with people, so more people can get to know about him and more people can get a closer relationship with God, because he's amazing. And I don't care what nobody else say, because God, like, he's everything. And like, I just feel like people who don't have God in their life, like, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much wealth, famous, popularity you have, like, you're always missing something if you don't have God, because like, he's the center of everything. And any of my friends, you all know that I like to talk about God a lot because I think it's interesting, and he's interesting, obviously. Okay, so without further ado, with that rant and yeah that I just did, we could get along into the video. Okay, so basically how my dream started off was, this is a dream, by the way, like it's a dream about the rapture. And if you guys don't know what the rapture is, it is the coming of Jesus Christ, because when he resurrected on the third day, which is Easter, he promised the world that he would come back and take all the believers in him with him up to heaven. And then a whole bunch of other stuff is gonna happen after that. If y'all want a video of what happens in the rapture, or if you guys don't really know, leave a comment down below. So yeah, but this is what this dream was based on. And I didn't plan this dream at all. Like, I feel like personally it was a dream from God, because I felt like when I was dreaming the dream, like I couldn't control anything that happened next. I couldn't control anything at all. Like, it was like I was actually living the dream. Like, I felt like it was an actual rapture. I don't know why, but like, this dream was very powerful to me, and I feel like it'll be powerful to many other people too. And I hope that for people who don't know who God is or who want to get into him, this dream is like motivational for them as well. So I need to start rambling because I talk way too much. So girl. So yeah. So how this dream started off was, I was in a barn. It was a wooden barn. I don't know what's about wooden, but it was a wooden barn, and I was with my dad. So basically, the dream just started off in a wooden barn. And like, it was like a wooden bar, like it had like a bar with it there too, but there was like no alcohol drinks, obviously. And then like behind the bar, there was like people, there was like men. I don't know if they were angels, I don't know if they were apostles, I don't know if they were prophets, I don't know who they were, but I knew that they were holy men, and like they were very, sorry, I'm like uncomfortable, but they were very powerful and very spiritually powerful with God, or by God. I don't know. So basically like, they were behind the bar, and I was with my dad, and then one of them called me. They were like, "You're the chosen one, you need to be cleansed." I have no clue what that means, but they were saying that I'm a chosen one and I need to be cleansed. Also, disclaimer, none of this stuff I'm making up. Like, this is nothing that I've made up. This is an actual dream that I had, and I thought it would be a nice idea to share it with the world so they can know about God, because God is amazing. Okay, but they were like, "You're the chosen one and you need to be cleansed," and I'm just like, what? Okay. So I go over to the guy. I don't know if he was an angel or anything like that. I feel like he was an angel. It was a holy thing, you know. And like, he started pouring potatoes on my head, and the potatoes immediately turned into water. I have no clue. I don't know what it says in the Bible about potatoes or anything like that, but the potatoes just immediately turned into water. Like, when he poured the potatoes on my head, I felt potatoes on my head, and then they turned into like a big whoosh of water. Like, it was like a big bucket of water, like bigger than that. It was like a entire body covering of water. Okay, yeah. And then like, I felt really like different, you know. So after that, we left the bar. Sorry, like, okay. After we left the bar, we ended up walking into this really, really pretty garden. Like, it was, I'm not gonna say it's the Garden of Eden, because nobody really knows what it looks like in real life, because yeah, nobody knows what it looks like. But it was such a pretty garden. Like, it had like white pillars and stuff, and like white angel statues there, and like everybody was there. Like, I saw people from church, I saw people from my school, I saw my family members. Like, everybody was there, believers and non-believers. And the main topic of this setting is t-shirts. I don't know why it's t-shirts, but it's t-shirts. So the people who were believers of God, they either wore, like, this was a color scheme and this is how it was organized. So the people who were believers in God, they either wore white, yellow, red, or pink. Those 4 colors, and that's it. And then the people who were non-believers of God, they wore orange, or they weren't wearing any like of those color scheme shirts at all. They were just wearing regular clothes. So, and then they were like, and like at the top of this like temple garden thing, it's hard to explain. I can't really explain it, but like, yeah. And I saw a lot of people there. The weird part about this dream is I saw like some Christian YouTubers there. Like, it was weird. Like, I saw everybody there. And like we were going up to the whatchamacallit, but we were going up to the end of like the temple thing or whatever, like this white thing, like in the garden, of course. And there were angels there, and like the angels, they were like assigning us with t-shirts and assigning us to our purpose and stuff like that. And the angels assigned us by our spirits. Like, they didn't assign us by what we told them, because obviously if something were to happen and Jesus Christ was to come to the earth and you finally found out that he was true and you were not a believer in the beginning, or like in the first place, you will obviously say you're a believer just to save yourself and your family. You know what I'm saying? So people were lying, saying, oh, I'm a believer, please save me, help me, I'm a believer. But the angels knew that they weren't, because they could tell by their soul. So like, that's the thing about it. Like, it's like a special type of thing. It's not like it's not like just, oh yeah, I'm a believer, but you really aren't, you know? They could tell by your spirit and your soul. So when we were going in, people were like trying to rush through like the entrance, because it was also like a garden, but it had an entrance into like, you know, it had some type of entrance, but some people couldn't go in. People were like, let me in. Like, family members were getting split up because, you know, not every single entire family, like second, third, fourth cousins, not every single entire family may believe in God. I don't know if that's true or not, but like, I don't think that every single family believes in God. Obviously, not everybody believes in God, but like, it's good for people to know who he is. So basically, people were trying to get through and everything like that. And we ended up, it just automatically started to pour down rain. Like, it was like the flood. Like, God wasn't going to flood the earth. I knew that. But it was like the flood. It was pouring down, raining so hard. Like, it was scary. Like, and the clouds were like dark, and there was red and there was orange in the sky. And like, I remember we were going under this shed or whatever, like this like shed thing or whatever. And it was like a long walkway shed. And then we were sitting down and we were waiting there, like everybody who were like believers and stuff like that. And yeah, believers. And I saw a lot of people from church and from school and stuff like that too. So we were just waiting. And then my mom, like, she was in the rain. Like, she was there too. Like, she had a white shirt on as I did. My dad had a yellow shirt on, by the way, if I didn't say that. But she had a white shirt on, and then she was just sitting in the rain, like rocking back and forth. And I'm like, what is she doing? Like, with her knees up to her chest, and she was like walking back and forth. I'm like, mom. And she wasn't answering me. And like, I don't know if this is some type of spiritual thing, but my mom, she's an ordained minister. Like, she's very like a powerful and spiritual woman. So I don't know if, you know, she got the Holy Ghost. I don't know. You know how people in church be like, oh, I got the Holy Ghost. Like, and like, I was trying to like get her up. I'm like, mom, wake up. Or like, she was up, but like, I was like, mom, we have to go. And she was just rocking back and forth in the rain, like super duper fast. And I'm not sure why she was doing that. Like, I'm still confused to this day. But then we ended up going into this pretty Empire State Building. Like, it was humongous. I don't know if it was an Empire State Building, but it was a very tall gold beam of light building, and it just appeared. Like, it wasn't originally there, but it just appeared. And like, we were walking into there, and I also saw a U.S., like in the sky when we were waiting under the shed, I saw like a U.S. Navy plane like fly in the air, gassed out or something. Like, and I knew it was war. So I'm like, during that time, like, I knew that it was war. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. So as we go into like this heaven thing or whatever, my mom's friend and her daughter, we went to her house a couple of weeks ago, and her daughter asked about God, and her daughter asked about God, and I told her about God. And I was like, see, I told you, like, but I was like, see, I told you this was happening, I told you this was happening, yada, yada, yada. And she's like, yeah, you're right, Kalina, yeah, you're right. And, like, I was, like, excited because, like, I saw everybody there. And then she was like, oh, we made ourselves shirts because we weren't assigned the color shirts that you had, but we made ourselves white shirts. But, yo, the craziest thing about it is, like, they made themselves white shirts, but you could see like a beam of orange out of the shirts telling them that, like, they're not believers, like they're not like 100% believers. And like it was almost as if God, like, you couldn't make yourself shirts because on the rim of it was like orange. And let me mind you back, like, fast forward back, that if you wore orange or you weren't wearing any of the color schemes at all, you were just wearing a regular clothes, like, you were not a believer. So no matter how much it tried to look as one, or like couldn't at the time. So that just, like, really shocked me, if that makes any sense. So then after that, we ended up going into the Empire State Building. And then my dad, like, I lost my dad in the crowd, but like my dad, he went into heaven and then he came back, and oh my gosh, like, he was like in like his most glorified self. Like, that's what people say, when you get into heaven, like, you become the most glorified self, or the most best version of yourself that you think you are, like the most best version of yourself, period. And like he just looked so much more different. Like, he looked more above. Like, he was like, he wore his like his gold cross chain necklace, like his black shirt, like his sleeves are like this loose old school sleeve collar thingamalinger. And like, he looked like the best version of himself. He had his little high top face too and stuff like that. And he was like, I came back for you. I'm like, okay, wait, I need to go get my mom. And I went to go get my mom, and I just had to like, Mom, we have to go. And she was like, okay. Like, she was like shooken up or something like that. And then I grabbed her, and then we went into heaven. And okay, and then we fast forward back to when I said that when my dad came out, like, he looked like really amazing. Like, that just amazed me because I'd never seen my dad like that. And I can't believe, like, my mind, or like that dream like, you know, made him that. Like, you knew it was from God because none of this was in my memory. None of this I didn't expect to dream. Like, you knew it was from God. You know what I'm saying? And like, I just felt that this dream was really powerful. Fast forward to what we're at right now. So we were entering into heaven, and when we were going into heaven, but my mom's friend and her daughter, they were like, we can't go through. So it was like as if God put like a barrier around just for the believers. Like, me and my family could go through, but like, no, they went before us, and they were like, we can't go through, and we're trying to like push them through. But it was like God put a barrier around heaven for only the believers, not for anybody else. But then we ended up giving up, and they were like, oh, we'll see you later then, or something like that. And then as I stepped foot, like literally foot into heaven, my complete dream ended. My entire dream ended. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, my entire dream ended. And I'm just like, what? Like, I try to dream it back. I try to make stuff up in my mind. But the one time, like, the littlest step I stepped into heaven, that dream ended. Like, I didn't stop sleeping, but the entire dream ended. So, like, I knew it was from God. And like, that's kind of like, that's amazing, I feel like. And I was sad that the dream ended, but if I went fully into heaven, then that means I would have died, you know, because that's the typical thing. And I just felt like that dream was really powerful, and it was like really an eye-opener dream that everybody needs to like get their stuff together, because I don't know when God is coming. I don't know. And like, there's verses in the Bible that prophesies the end of the time, but I don't know when he's coming. And like, that dream just like made me an eye-opener to like let other people know about him, because when it's that time, like, you can't do nothing. Like, when he comes and it's that time, like, you can't say, I need to do this, I need to do that. Like, he's gonna come, and he's gonna come quick. Like, it's not gonna be like, oh, I'll let you take 5 minutes to start believing in God. Like, no, he's gonna come like that. And like, people need to know about him, because he's everything. Like, this earth that we in right now, this is not forever, because we either end up in heaven or we end up in HELL. I ain't gonna say the name because I don't cuss, but like that's not really a cuss word, that's the actual place. But this world we live in right now, this is not forever. And I think that that's what people get mixed up with, that all this materialistic stuff, all these like gold chains, this music, these Ferrari cars, like everything, this stuff does not come with you when it's done. Like it doesn't. And if you're not right with God, then what do you have? You know what I'm saying? So so like I just wanted to do this video because I want people to get right with him, because he's amazing. And like ever since, like, I've had God in my life my entire life, but like I've recently started to really know who he is and like have my personal relationship with God officially. And I want other people to have that too, because like if it's too late, like it's too late, you know what I'm saying? And like tomorrow's not promised to no man, so you don't know if you're gonna go today, you don't know if you're gonna go in 5 minutes, you don't know. Like it's unseen. Like that's the thing about life, you have to live life to the fullest, and you need to like spread God's word. And I wanted to do this to spread God's word as well, because his word deserves to be spread. And I just like, for the people out there who don't know who he is, for the people out there who do know who he is but don't have a close relationship with him, I encourage y'all to like just start knowing who he is, because he's just amazing. And like he's just amazing. And like the scariest thing to me is just not being able to be with God, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, HELL is not a place you want to live for eternity. Now, some of you guys don't believe what I'm saying. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to put this out here for you guys to know, who really want to know who he is. Because if you don't know who, like, I'm gonna do like an entire rant about God, but like I just encourage everybody to know who he is, because if it, like, I can't even like explain words to like how God affects me and affects me and my family and my life, because without him, like, we're nothing. And that's just the down low truth. Like, sorry honey, but we're nothing, you know what I'm saying? So that just makes me, I just don't want nobody to go to HELL. I want everybody to go to heaven, because I just have that type of heart. But I hope you guys took encouragement or took thought out of this video. And I hope this video encouraged you guys to learn about God and to have a closer relationship with him, because when it's done, it's done. And just for you guys to just love, adore, worship, and glorify him, because in the long run, it's going to be great. Like, it's going to be good for you guys in the long run. So this is what this video was for. And yeah, that's the main topic of this video. So I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sorry if this was kind of long, but I just wanted to express this dream to you guys, to let you know that he is real. Like, he is not a facade. He is not just something in a Bible. He is real. Like, he's real. Like, he's everything. He created everything. So I just want people to just have closer relationships with him and get to know him and get to learn and love him, because you're like, when it's done, it's done. Like, I keep saying that, but like, it's the honest to God truth. Like, you don't want to like not have God in your life. You don't want to spend eternity somewhere that God is not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to spend eternity with God and happy and with your family. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason of this video. Sorry if I'm like out of breath. I'm sitting so uncomfortable right now, but that's okay, because I did it for y'all. So I thank you so much for watching. Also, sorry that this video is late. I was out of town this entire week. Sorry, this video was very late. 2 weeks late, a couple days late. I'm sorry, but I'm getting a video up for you guys, and I'm glad that none of y'all, camera angle just messed up, whatever. But I'm glad that none of y'all forgot about me or like clicked off the video. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and bye.